Before we start the video today, guys, let me just say condolences to Lamar Wilson family. I would have heard he would have taken his life recently, and it's very sad because long before I had a YouTube channel, I used to watch Lamar Wilson on a constant. He's a very entertaining, very funny individual. So if it is you are struggling with depression, please get the help you need. As you can see on the screen here, call someone. Although in your mind you may think that no one cares for you, please note that that is a lie. So get the help you need. Crunch. What is crunch in gaming? Well, crunch is defined as mandatory intense periods of overtime, often 60 to 100 plus hours a week, before a game releases, leading to burnout, poor work-life balance, and health issues stemming from poor planning, publisher demands, and a culture of passion sometimes exploited for unpaid labor, despite causing developers exhaustion and reduced quality. This systemic problem affects both AAA and indie studios, with workers feeling pressured to overwork to meet unrealistic deadlines despite legal protections for some salaried employees. Yes, collectively, the gaming industry would have stated that crunch is bad. Gamers and the industry alike agreed that developers working on games should not crunch. That is why, to my surprise, I would have been hearing some ponies now agreeing with crunch. Now, what would have led these ponies to start to agree that crunch is okay? One word: hunger. Now, think about it, guys. In 2024, all PlayStation community got was Astrobot, and we know that most of these ponies don't really play Astrobot. Right? That's just the facts. I mean, the sales basically spoke for itself. And in 2025, the only thing that ponies got was Death Stranding 2, a game belonging to Kojima, and also Ghost of Yoti. That's the only first-party game they would have gotten. Remember, there are a number of ponies who would have said they buy PlayStation consoles to play PlayStation games. Hunger is driving these ponies to see no problem with crunch. Yes, you see, crunch is only a problem when it is other devs and other platforms are doing it. But when it is their platform of choice is crunching to get out a game that these ponies want and like, they have no problem saying crunch is okay then. But guess what? I am going to expose them. I am going to expose Naughty Dog for recanting what it is they would have said about the crunch epidemic. You see, they are not going to get away. I would have exposed ponies over the months, and I'm going to expose Naughty Dog now. So sit back and relax, and let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. So guys, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Our goal is to hit 5,000 subscribers. So as you guys continue to like and share, don't forget to hit the subscribe button today. So let's get back to this crunching video. So as was stated before, crunch is never good for devs. It is not good for the industry. Don't matter which platform is doing it. It could be Nintendo, Microsoft, or even Sony. But what makes this news bad is that it is Naughty Dog. You see, while Naughty Dog was developing The Last of Us 2, they would have said that they are committed never to do crunch again. Yes? This is what came out of Neil Druckmann's mouth and all the leadership there at Naughty Dog. They said that crunch have no place in Naughty Dog. However, Neil Druckmann and all the leadership team is singing
crunches when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Neil, you sick bastard. Listen to this report.
Naughty Dog forces Crunch to get PS5 exclusive Intergalactic back on track for mid-2027 release. Sony review incoming. PlayStation Studios developer Naughty Dog has reportedly been enforcing mandatory overtime for its employees, as it attempts to get its next game, Intergalactic, The Heretic Prophet, back on track. This is according to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, who writes that the project has missed several deadlines up until this point. And with Sony set to review the studio's progress in the near future, it's had to crunch in order to prepare a demo, which was apparently finalized this week. The article states that the developer's usual working hours should be back to some kind of normalcy after the holidays, with this period of overtime taking place between late October and now. This is all based on anonymous sources from within the company. Of course, this is bound to raise questions regarding the current state of Intergalactic. The PS5 exclusive, which is reportedly targeting a mid-2027 release, was first announced at the Game Awards 2024, and we've seen next to nothing of it since. Apparently, some employees are concerned that crunch could return with a vengeance later in the development cycle. Of course, this topic of overtime is nothing new for Naughty Dog, as the studio was previously criticized for the crunch that it enforced during the development of The Last of Us Part 2. What do you make of this? Do you have any thoughts on Intergalactic right now? Do you think that mid-2027 release schedule will stick? Fire up your laser sword in the comments section below.
Wow, wow, wow. So Naughty Dog is looking to crunch, basically mandate that the devs stay back to see if they can make a demo to show Sony because they would have missed deadlines. Now, this is very, very, interesting because we would have known that on a video that Neil Druckmann and his leadership team made, they would have vowed not to crunch. Listen to see how these guys got caught red-handed by recanting what it is they would have said in this video. Look at this.
Just how absurd the failure of trying to alleviate crunch was. If you have great processes and you're super organized, that doesn't fix crunch. What that does is it allows you to make a bigger game.
He's out of line, but he's right.
We read the post-mortem feedback for The Last of Us 2, and it was really, really upsetting to see what coworkers had gone through. So we were highly motivated to try to figure out how to fix it.
Everything about our workflows were already being upended with remote work and everything. So it's like, okay, well, yeah, we got to do this now.
And we knew that to make the real changes we did, it would take the entire studio working together.
We now have the goal for Naughty Dog to eliminate crunch.
Say that again.
We now have the goal for Naughty Dog to eliminate crunch.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
The only thing that fixes crunch, the only thing, is just deciding that you're not going to crunch.
Yo, shout out the season, man. Shout out the season, man.
When we onboard people, we tell them, we have a reputation as a studio for crunching, and it's something we don't want. And it's something we're not going to do anymore.
First, we had to do what is crunch. Let's define it, because when you just look at hours, that turned out to be too simplistic.
It's a multitude of factors. It's not just like one thing. It's not just, oh, because of this is what's causing crunch. It's literally like so many of these little things.
How do we make sure no one at Naughty Dog burns out?
Every couple of months, we send out a 90-second questionnaire that goes, are you worried about your workload? Are you worried about having to work overtime? If you feel like I'm overburdened with work, you have to tell somebody. We used to, as a studio, when we were getting close to shipping a game, bring in dinners for the whole studio. We don't do crunch dinners anymore.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Yes, some years ago, Naughty Dog said that they will not be doing crunch anymore. But this new report is showing Naughty Dog to being a liar. But you know what's the sad thing about this whole thing? That there are ponies out there trying to justify the crunch. Yes, there are ponies out there, so many ponies trying to justify the crunch. Look at these tweets. Look at these tweets. I can't believe these ponies are so sick. But, you must know Jimmy Neutron have to come to the defense of Naughty Dog. Listen to what Jimmy said here about crunch.
Got steady employee and they've got good pay, buddy. I'd be feeling pretty blessed right now.
I beg your pardon?
And with the state of things and how the world is going, like how things are shaping up for some people with employment and cost of living, I'd be like, you know what? I think I can weather, a little mandatory overtime for a while because, you're blessed to have a job like that right now.
It's a sickness. It is deviant. Therefore, we don't want it.
Let's just be real. In the tech sector, in the gaming development world sector, anybody belly aching about having to work some mandatory overtime? I bet you there are people that would kill for your job who got laid off. I bet you there are people that would weather that overtime with a smile on their face because they'd be like, you know what? I'd rather every once in a while, every couple of years, have some mandatory overtime and be paying my bills than sitting at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be like based or something here. I mean it. Like, the tech sector and the gaming sector, the last couple of years, it has sucked for them. Tons of people were laid off and lost their jobs. You want a bellyache about some mandatory overtime? Jiminy Christmas, man, times are tough. There are worse things that could happen for you. Way worse things. And working at a prestigious, respected, successful development company, and they're like, we need you to come into the office a few more days a week, and we need you to put in at least 8 more hours a week. I'd be like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. Now, obviously, again, we don't want that to be something that happens in perpetuity because it's bad for the employees and it's bad for the project. That's not happening. It's already over. I'm okay with some complaints. It's an imposition. The clutching of pearls is a bit much. I expect the complaint. You know what? Do it. You can say it sucks. It does suck. Going to the office more? That sucks. Nobody wants to go into the office more. Working more hours? Yeah. That sucks. Nobody wants to work more. No one's like, dude, I'm dying to do more work. Except for somebody who's like, compulsive workaholic that might need therapy. On average, no. Being forced to work more without extra pay, yeah, it sucks. Yeah. And then that's the end of the conversation. After that, you just got to get over it and do it. Man, that's it. Sorry.
Yes, you heard right. Jimmy said it is a blessing to work overtime. It's a blessing to crunch. And a matter of fact, you even heard at the last bit there, he said that after when it's all said or done, you have to do it because you'll be out of a job. He even laughed at it. So, I mean, this would be okay. If it is, you would have signed up for this. But to the mere fact that Naughty Dog had a whole video saying that, here what, they are going to get rid of crunch, but yet, recant that and started back to crunch, that proves that they are a dishonest bunch. And I mean, I didn't expect the PlayStation community to support this, them being the supported dev crew. They are the ones who would have said supported devs. Supporting the devs also means that these devs have some family time. I mean, isn't that crazy? Good work-life balance is what is needed. But these ponies are not seen in this way because they want this game to come out as soon as possible because they're hungry. They don't care about if the devs work overtime. But let me hear what you think about this. Do you think that Naughty Dog is wrong, or do you think they are right? They need this game to come out as soon as possible. Let me know in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.